This will defend.
Fly Army.
Above the best.
Good morning, graduates, family members, and guests. On behalf of Major General Claire Gill, Commanding General, United States Army Aviation Center of Excellence, and Fort Novosel, welcome to the Graduation Center ceremony for Flight School. Would everyone please stand for the invocation and playing of the National Anthem. Chaplain John Fletcher will give our invocation.
Let us pray. As we gather here this morning to celebrate this remarkable achievement of these outstanding individuals, let us take a moment to reflect and pray. We stand on the precipice of a new chapter where dedication, perseverance, and courage have brought us together. We invoke a spirit of gratitude for the mentors who have guided these aviators, for the families who have supported them, and for the bonds forged in the skies. May we honor the sacrifices made by those who serve, and may the lessons learned here propel our graduates into their future endeavors. May the winds of fortune be ever at their backs, the skies be clear, and their flights be safe. And may the blessing of Almighty God be with each and every one of you now and forever. Amen.
Please remain standing for the playing of the National Anthem. Gentlemen, please remove your headdress.
Center, place.
Thank you. You may be seated. Please welcome Lieutenant Colonel Sean Smith, Commander of the 1st Battalion, 11th Aviation Regiment.
Good morning. I'd like to welcome each and every one of you to today's graduation ceremony. Family members, friends, and instructors, thank you for your support in commemorating this tremendous occasion. We're delighted you can celebrate with us this morning. Attending the ceremony, representing the United States Army Aviation Center of Excellence are Colonel Mary Elizabeth Scott, Deputy Assistant Commandant for the United States Army Reserve, Colonel Christopher Logsdon, Deputy Commandant for the Army National Guard and Senior Guard Advisor, Lieutenant Colonel Mark Axtell, 1st 145th Aviation Regiment Commander, Chief Warrant Officer 5, Nigel Hubecher, 1st Aviation Brigade Command Chief Warrant Officer, Chief Warrant Officer 5, Ed Carman, Senior Guard Advisor to the Deputy Commanding General of the Army National Guard. Command Sergeant Major John Bonilla, 1st Aviation Brigade, Sergeant Major Julian Adams, 1st 145th Aviation Regiment. We would also like to welcome Lieutenant Colonel Christopher Coley, Army Aviation Support Facility Commander, Alabama National Guard, Chief Warrant Officer 5, Leonard Money, United States Army Retired, Chief Warrant Officer 5, Keith Asterholt, 1st Aviation Brigade Standardization Pilot, Chief Warrant Officer 5, Timothy Cawley, State Standardization Officer, Alabama National Guard, Master Chief Petty Officer Joseph David Matthews, Command Master Chief of Naval Hospital Beaufort in South Carolina, Command Sergeant Major Matthew Thomas, 1st of 212th Aviation Regiment, Command Sergeant Major. Thank you for joining us. To our newest Army aviators, congratulations on achieving a significant milestone. In just a few minutes, your flight school journey will come to an end as your friends and family pin the wings you've worked so hard to achieve on your chest. I hope they will always remind you of the professional aviators who trained you, the special community you now belong to, and the sacred duty we have to support the ground force. The ground force is depending on you to get them where they need to be, when they need to be there, or to protect them from the enemy. And when you find yourself on the receiving end of a frantic radio call for help, I'll know you'll respond, moving heaven and earth to help the men and women on the ground, because that's what Army Aviation is all about. We exist to support the ground force. I'm proud of you and eager to see each of you realize your full potential as Army aviators. Before I introduce our guest speaker, I would like to quickly reiterate the process for pinning our aviators. Your aviator will be called forward, cross the stage, then stand before the stage to await their family, friends, spouses, or children to come up and pin on their wings. The master of ceremony will cue you by saying, "Please come forward to pin your aviator." At that time, please come forward and pin the wings on your aviator. Take a moment to celebrate. This is a momentous occasion before returning to your seats. The stage will be available after graduation for you to take as many additional photographs as you would like. This is a defining moment in all your lives and one you will never forget. Congratulations to all of you. For today, our guest speaker has changed a little bit. Colonel Jason Woodward was not able to be here this morning, and so it is with my great pleasure to introduce Colonel Sean Keefe, the Director of Training and Doctrine at the U.S. Army Aviation Center of Excellence here at Fort Novosel. Colonel Keefe is a senior aviator with more than 23 years of military service. He was commissioned in 2001 from Canisius College in New York before becoming a chemical officer. In 2004, he transferred to the aviation branch and attended flight school training. He was rated in the OH-58 Delta, Kiowa Warrior, and the UH-60 Mike Black Hawk helicopters. During his time in the Army, he received numerous awards and decorations for his service and served in a number of operational and key positions such as troop, company, and battalion commander, as well as battalion and brigade operations officer. He also served as the Defense Trade Analyst and Deputy Division Chief with the Director of Defense Trade Controls for the U.S. Department of State, as the Chief of the Congressional Affairs Officer for the Headquarters Department of the Army, and as the Aviation Enablers Branch Chief for Headquarters Department of the Army. Ladies and gentlemen, please welcome Colonel Sean Keefe.
Hey, good morning, everyone. It's always amazing to attend these ceremonies, and you look out into this museum, and it's just filled with families, friends, and loved ones that I know provided the support that these individuals in the front that we're about to recognize today. So on behalf of them, I just want to say thank you for everything you all have done. Ladies and gentlemen, distinguished guests, instructors, proud family and friends, and most importantly, the graduates, the newest group of Army aviation professionals. It is an immense honor and privilege to stand before you today on this significant occasion. I vividly remember this day approximately 22 years ago, feeling immensely excited and a sense of achievement. I'm deeply humbled to share this special day with our newly minted aviators who have committed themselves to a noble calling of serving their country from the skies in support of the soldiers on the ground. Today marks a culmination of months, and for many over a year, of unwavering dedication and sheer persistence. You have faced and overcome countless challenges, pushing the limits of your skills, endurance, and determination. Each of you have demonstrated not only exceptional technical prowess, but also the mental toughness and the leadership qualities that define a U.S. Army aviator. You're joining an elite group of men and women who have soared through the annals of history, from the early pioneers of flight to the heroes of modern Army aviation. The legacy you inherit is one of courage, innovation, and dedication to duty. It is a legacy that you will now carry forward, writing new chapters with your own stories of bravery and service. As you embark on this new chapter in your lives, let me remind you of the profound responsibilities that come with the wings that you will wear. You will be entrusted with some of the most advanced and powerful aircraft in the world. These machines, impressive as they are, rely on the skills, judgment, and integrity of their pilots. You must fly not only with precision, but with a sense of mission, always remembering the critical role you play in the defense of our nation and upholding the sacred trust with those that you serve on the ground. Your training has prepared you well, but the learning does not stop here. Each flight, each mission will bring new lessons and experiences. Embrace them. Continue to grow, to improve, and to lead. Stay curious, stay humble, and above all, stay safe. To the families and loved ones here today, I extend my deepest gratitude. Your unwavering support, your countless sacrifice, and your steadfast belief in these extraordinary individuals have been the bedrock upon which their success has been built. You have been the pillars of their strength and their greatest cheerleaders. This day is as much yours as it is theirs. Every late night study session, every anxious moment before a check ride and exams, and every exciting experience, you have shared in all of it. Thank you for standing by them through every challenge and triumph. You have celebrated their victories and provided comfort during their setbacks. You have showed them love and patience, and your encouragement has been an invisible force propelling them forward. Your role in this journey cannot be overstated. Your pride in them today is well-deserved, and we acknowledge and honor your indispensable contributions to their success. To the instructors, thank you for your unwavering dedication to training and mentoring these future aviators and leaders. Your expertise, patience, and commitment has been instrumental in shaping them into the exceptional aviators we celebrate today. Your role goes far beyond teaching technical skills and flight maneuvers. You have instilled in them the values of discipline, resilience, and leadership. Through countless hours of instruction, whether in the classroom, in simulators, or in the cockpit, you have imparted not only knowledge, but also the wisdom that comes from your own experiences and careers. Your patience in guiding them through mistakes, your encouragement in moments of doubt, and your high standards that push them to achieve excellence. You have been mentors, role models, and sometimes very demanding instructors, all in the pursuit of preparing these individuals to face the demanding and often unpredictable challenges of Army aviation. Your impact on their lives will ripple through their careers and the countless missions they will undertake. You have not just trained pilots, you have forged leaders who will carry forward the proud tradition of Army aviation. Graduates, as you don your wings today and step into the future, remember the true purpose of Army aviation. As the former Chief Warrant Officer 4, Michael Novosel, a legendary medevac pilot, Medal of Honor recipient, and the person this installation is named after, once said, and I quote, "My only fear is not being able to do my job. One bad pickup, one mistake, and I'm sending someone home in a box." His word reminds us of the gravity of our responsibility and the profound impact our actions have on the lives of the sisters and brothers of arms we support on the ground. Let his dedication and commitment to duty to inspire you as you take on the mantle of an Army aviator. I challenge you to never stop striving for greatness, to never lose sight of the ideals of Army aviation. As you soar through the skies, may you do so with courage in your heart, purpose in your mission, and the knowledge that you are making a difference in the defense of our nation and to the soldiers you support. Congratulations, aviators. The sky is not the limit. It is only the beginning. Fly bold, fly true, and may you always have clear skies and a safe return. Above the best.
Thank you, Colonel Keith, for your inspiring remarks. At this point in the ceremony, we honor those graduates who have excelled in this course. Graduates who are within the top 20% of their class receive special recognition as Commandant's List graduates, honor graduates, or distinguished graduates. The Distinguished Graduate is the title bestowed upon those officers who attained the highest overall scholastic average throughout their entire course of instruction. As the title implies, it is the mark of excellence, representing outstanding achievement in academic and flight endeavor. The Distinguished Graduate receives an engraved sterling silver wings provided by the Army Aviation Association of America. At this time, I take pleasure in announcing the distinguished graduates from Class 24-022. Lieutenant Christopher Gutierrez, distinguished graduate. First Lieutenant Gutierrez is an active duty CH-47 Fox pilot. Warrant Officer Brian Welsh, distinguished graduate. Warrant Officer 1 Welsh is an active duty AH-64 Echo pilot. Please come forward and pin your aviator. Please come forward and pin your aviator. We will now recognize the remaining top 20%. Lieutenant Cameron Breed, honor graduate. First Lieutenant Breed is an active duty CH-47 Fox pilot. Lieutenant Hayden Moulter, honor graduate. First Lieutenant Moulter is an active duty AH-64 Echo pilot. Lieutenant Morgan Murphy, honor graduate. Second Lieutenant Murphy is an active duty UH-60 Mike pilot. Please come forward and pin your aviator. Warrant Officer Mark D'Angelo, honor graduate. Warrant Officer 1 D'Angelo is a UH-60 Mike pilot with the Massachusetts National Guard. Warrant Officer Edgar Diaz, honor graduate. Warrant Officer 1 Diaz is an AH-64 Echo pilot with the Texas National Guard. Warrant Officer Blaine Quimby, honor graduate. Warrant Officer 1 Quimby is a UH-60 Mike pilot with the Oklahoma National Guard. Warrant Officer James Swanson, honor graduate. Warrant Officer 1 Swanson is an active duty CH-47 Fox pilot. Please come forward to pin your aviator. Now we will recognize the remainder of the class in alphabetical order by rank. Lieutenant Thomas Bertrand. Second Lieutenant Bertrand is a UH-60 Mike pilot with the Iowa National Guard. Lieutenant Houston Eckerly. First Lieutenant Eckerly is a active duty AH-64 Echo pilot. Lieutenant Thomas Edwards. First Lieutenant Edwards is an active duty AH-64 Echo pilot. Lieutenant Zachary Gillum. Second Lieutenant Gillum is a UH-60 Mike pilot with the Kentucky National Guard. Lieutenant Anthony Goslin. First Lieutenant Goslin is an active duty AH-64 Echo pilot. Please come forward and pin your aviator. Lieutenant Nathaniel Gray. First Lieutenant Gray is an active duty age 64 Echo pilot. Captain Chance Greengrass. Captain Greengrass is a active duty UH-60 Mike pilot. Lieutenant Jason Hoyle. First Lieutenant Hoyle is an active duty UH-60 Mike pilot. Lieutenant Jacob Hughes. Second Lieutenant Hughes is an active duty CH-47 Fox pilot. Lieutenant Logan Lamb. First Lieutenant Lamb is an active duty AH-64 Echo pilot. Please come forward and pin your aviator. Lieutenant Camden Matthews. First Lieutenant Matthews is an active duty UH-60 Mike pilot. Captain Eric Pace. Captain Pace is a CH-47 Fox pilot with the Washington National Guard. Lieutenant Randall Polovich. First Lieutenant Polovich is a UH-60 Mike pilot with the Florida National Guard. Lieutenant Rafael San Victorez. Second Lieutenant San Victorez is a UH-60 Mike pilot with the California National Guard. Lieutenant Seblo Wolde. First Lieutenant Wolde is an active duty UH-60 Mike pilot. Please come forward and pin your aviator. Lieutenant Kevin Wong. Second Lieutenant Wong is a UH-60 Mike pilot with the New York National Guard. Warrant Officer Danny Acidera. Warrant Officer 1 Acidera is a CH-47 Fox pilot with the Hawaii National Guard. Warrant Officer Maya Alejandro. Warrant Officer 1 Alejandro is a C-12 pilot with the Army Reserve based out of New Jersey. Warrant Officer Brandon Anderson. Warrant Officer 1 Anderson is a UH-60 Mike pilot with the Arizona National Guard. Warrant Officer Tristan Brandt. Warrant Officer 1 Brandt is a UH-60 Mike pilot with the Pennsylvania National Guard. Please come forward and pin your aviator. Warrant Officer Keith Cole. Warrant Officer 1 Cole is an active duty UH-60 Mike pilot. Warrant Officer William Doynow. Warrant Officer 1 Doynow is a UH-60 Mike pilot with the New York National Guard. Warrant Officer Patrick Jacob Jr. Warrant Officer 1 Jacob is a active duty UH-60 Mike pilot. Warrant Officer Young-Soo Jang. Warrant Officer 1 Jang is a active duty UH-60 Mike pilot. Warrant Officer Glenn Jones, Jr. Warrant Officer 1 Jones is an active duty UH-60 Mike pilot. Please come forward and pin your aviator. Warrant Officer Cameron Calavoda. Warrant Officer 1 Calavoda is a active duty UH-60 Mike pilot. Warrant Officer Joshua McKay. Warrant Officer 1 McKay is a UH-60 Mike pilot with the Virginia National Guard. Warrant Officer Trace Martinson. Warrant Officer Martinson is a active duty AH-64 Echo pilot. Warrant Officer David Meeks. Warrant Officer 1 Meeks is a UH-60 Mike pilot with the Alabama National Guard. Warrant Officer Dadson Machoki. Warrant Officer 1 Machoki is a active duty UH-60 Mike pilot. Please come forward and pin your aviator. Warrant Officer Samuel Nicolosi. Warrant Officer 1 Nicolosi is an active duty UH-60 Mike pilot. Warrant Officer Deontay Olison. Warrant Officer 1 Olison is a UH-60 Mike pilot with the Texas National Guard. Warrant Officer Dominic Polizzi. Warrant Officer 1 Polizzi is a UH-60 Mike pilot with the Illinois National Guard. Warrant Officer Nathan Rogers. Warrant Officer 1 Rogers is a UH-60 Mike pilot with the Hawaii National Guard. Warrant Officer Daniel Stanowitz. Warrant Officer 1 Stanowitz is a active duty AH-64 Echo pilot. Please come forward and pin your aviator. Warrant Officer John Paul Tangonen. Warrant Officer 1 Tangonen is an active duty UH-60 Mike pilot. Warrant Officer Brigham Warren. Warrant Officer 1 Warren is a UH-60 Mike pilot with the Wyoming National Guard. Please come forward and pin your aviator. Graduates, please stand. Please join me in a round of applause for the Army's newest aviation warfighters. Would everyone please stand or remain standing for the playing of the aviation song, Above the Best, and the Army song, The Army Goes Rolling Along. Ladies and gentlemen, this concludes the graduation ceremony. Thank you for celebrating with us and enjoy the rest of your day. Class leader, please dismiss the class.